Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Crash Course, a hockey podcast with superstar, champ, Mr. Santana. How are you, sir?
We here. How you doing?
Good, man. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, last time you were in town, you were on the podcast. I'm pretty sure that had a lot to do with you being the champ now. You know what I mean? I'm just
100%.
throwing that out there. Let's just call it what it is.
Absolutely. I'll take it.
So that just happened last weekend, man.
Yeah.
How was it?
I'm still living
Who'd you
in
pump?
Huh?
Who'd you pump to get that? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm still living in it. I still haven't processed it. I'm still there.
What a big deal, man. Good for you, man. That's awesome. You've been at it a long time. We talked about, you know, your background and how you started. We're going to kind of get into that and refresh the people. But, you know, when I saw that you were the champ now, good for you, dude.
Crazy.
Good for you. And you're coming to the game Friday tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm going to ride the Razor.
Yes, I am.
And you rode it last time, too, man.
Let's hope I don't fly out of it.
We're going to try, man. We're going to try. But, you know, like, you walk in with this belt, man. Yeah. Like, look at this thing. And, again, I'm naive as naive come when it comes to other sports pretty much than my own.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea how heavy this flipping thing was.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
And it's not the gym, dude. It's carrying this around in the week that you've had it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how heavy it is.
It's heavy, man. And, like, just how beautiful of a belt is that?
Yeah.
And we talked about when you travel now, again, it's been a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a bitch.
I mean, yeah, if it gets me through security quicker and they want to see the belt, it's like, yo, if I could skip a few people and you can see the belt and we'll get through security, get me to my flight, I'm a happy camper.
Let me ask you this. Do you put that under the plane or do you bring it?
No, there's an unwritten rule in pro wrestling that when you travel, they say you keep your money on you at all times, right? So your money is your gear and your belt. You never put that under the plane. So if in case anything happens, you lose whatever, how are you going to make your money, right? So I always carry my gear and my belt on me at all times.
I'm sure there's probably a fine somewhere in there if you lose that bad boy.
I don't know.
Somewhere on page 45.
So, yeah.
You know, as disclosed.
Yeah. I got fined recently, but I ain't trying to get the fine for losing the belt.
So what'd you get fined for?
I got fined for an F-bomb on TV.
But that
was just passion, bro. I was speaking from my heart, and I was pretty pissed off at the time. So, but the fans loved it. It got over. Everyone loved it. But you know, rules are rules, and I'm not gonna.
I'm sure
myself. I could guarantee the fine for losing the belt would be a wee bit higher.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm good. I would have honestly I would have been like, yo,
awesome.
Here, take a few more bucks because I'll probably throw a few more F-bombs on TV. And
it's probably worth it, right?
100%.
Get the ratings up a little bit?
It did. The video got a lot of views, and people loved it.
Just find a sponsor that'll just pay your fines, man. You'll be all set.
Yo, listen.
Now that you're the big dog?
100%.
You know what I mean? That's got to be coming in tenfold.
I don't know how they're going to feel about a bunch of bleeps on the show.
Yeah, maybe not.
There's
still little bunch of little kids watching here and
true.
there. I'm pretty sure why that's in there, but
This is true.
But you gotta expect that, like in the ring. I know we talked before. It's you guys take a beating, man.
Yeah.
And when things aren't going right, I would assume in the ring, there's some words exchanged
100%.
because there's personalities. Yeah. Not everybody gets along. Not everybody gets along on a normal. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
you travel with majority of the guys together, right? Being with them 200 and some odd days out of the year. You're not going to like everybody. That's just, it is what it is, right? The personalities that everybody carries, there's a lot of, you know, to be in this position, you have to be egotistical, right? That's not a shot at anybody. That's the reality. Like any pro athlete, you have to have some swag.
Yeah.
Or you're going to find yourself
I think
carrying this around.
For me, I differentiate ego and confidence, right? I'm confident in who I am, what I represent, where I come from. And ego, I wouldn't say I have a huge ego, but I do know what I've done in the business. I know where I've been, and I know where I'm going. So, I I always like to say, bro, especially at this point in my life, I walk my own path.
Yeah, man.
And everybody else walks their own. Just stay out of my lane. I'll stay out of yours, and we keep it pushing.
You know, and I'm not a big wrestling fan, and I've told you this before, but I'm not saying this because you're sitting here, and I'm not saying because you won that, but you're my favorite dude just because of what you represent. Just your mentality, man. It's just like, it is what it is.
That's it.
And this is what I represent. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, man. I'm just being very honest.
Yeah.
You know, you see some interviews that you do. There's obviously character when you're in the ring, but I don't think it translates too differently from reality.
100%.
That's just me.
No,
I could be dead wrong.
To me, Mike Santana, I always say Mike Santana is the guy that I used to be that now I keep on a leash.
Yeah, man.
You know
what I mean?
That's
very well said.
Yeah, so I'm thankful. You know, I my background and how I grew up and the things that I experienced in my life has made me a certain type of individual, and I used to be a certain type of individual.
Yep.
And I'm thankful to have pro wrestling that allows me to let that guy out to play and not get arrested.
Sure, man.
You know what I mean? So,
well, you're from Puerto Rico.
I'm originally from New York, born and raised New York City, but grew up also in Puerto Rico.
Is that where your family's from?
My family's from Puerto Rico.
So New York, growing up in the Bronx?
The Bronx and Lower East Side.
So enough said.
100%.
Right? You know, obviously you got to maintain yourself, right?
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself. There's obviously that side of Mike that, you know, people probably know, but don't know, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of let it go in the ring, man.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I always say, like,
anytime I'm wrong, please correct me, man.
100%. That guy, honestly, I don't like letting that guy out too much because I don't like not having control.
Sure.
And that's the person that I can't control. And so in wrestling, that's my way of like, all right, let's let him out
play
to play
character,
a little bit.
man, right?
Yeah,
like the reality is character.
Yeah,
man.
and I just reel him in. You know? But
That's
like you said, I've done interviews and I speak from the heart always. I give you true, raw, and honest. That's how I was brought up, and that's how my father raised me. So
I think that's the only way to be, right?
Absolutely.
Like the transparency, you know, when people are, they have three different sides of their face. You don't know which one you're talking to, right? Like and in the business, it's so competitive. I'm sure you see that all day long.
Yep.
And again, I could be talking out of school. But I'm part of something that's similar, right? We've all been part of a team or a sport where it's cutthroat, where guys are trying to take your job, especially when you're in a paycheck. Things change.
100%.
Right? When you're feeding your family and somebody's like,
more money, more problems.
you know what I mean? Amen to that, right?
Yeah.
So kudos to you, man. How do you get an opportunity to fight for the belt? That's what I want to know. I'm not a big wrestling dude, but I want to know the generics that go behind it, man.
I think is consistency.
Right?
Constantly being put in positions and given opportunities for you to show.
Sure.
Are you ready to be the guy, or are you not ready to be?
There's a lot goes in it.
100%. And I came back into wrestling in August of 23 after being out for 14 months with an injury.
Right.
And I told myself that every day from now is going to be to prove that I can be the guy, right? And that's just not saying it. It's proving it in the gym, proving it, you know, with dieting, proving it every time I'm in front of a camera. They always say in wrestling, maximize your minutes.
Sure.
And on TV, time is money. So what you do with that time is important.
Right.
And I like to say that every time that I've been given the opportunity in front of a camera, I maximize my minutes and I give my all, because at the end of the day, in this life and in this career, there's one go.
Yeah, man.
Right? So I'm going to make the most out of this one go as much as I could. And I think the consistency in what I've shown and what I've proven has gotten me to that. And
you said it, like maximizing your time, maximizing everything that comes with being a wrestler, first and foremost. Like you see it all day long with different talent that you're part of, right? You see it too, but on a different level, right? And I would assume that Ross, you don't share behind the scenes that goes on with him to the next wrestler, right? I would assume some of that's kept in house, if you will, right? Just because, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just
I'll tell you one story about Mike that you talk about him knowing I want to be that guy. We had a promotion. This was about a month, maybe 2 months ago, and one of our guys missed a flight. I'm like, oh man, I need people there.
Yeah.
I called Mike, and he goes, well, I'll get in about an hour before you need me. I said, Mike, I really need you to be there. I said, you tell me what I need to do to get you an Uber. I'll drive you. We'll get food. Whatever you need to be there. He goes, no worries. He goes, you need somebody? Because I want to be that guy in the position. He goes, I'll be there, and he was.
And that's good on. That's good on you, right?
He was there.
No, yeah,
that's what it takes, man.
Yeah, 100%. You, in order to be the guy, like you said, you have to be the one that is able to get a phone call and be there at all times. And again, the proof is in the action, right? I'm not going to just say I want to be the guy. I'm going to prove it every single time.
And it comes a lot of added pressure, I'm sure, to carry this. Because, again, I don't know, but you can't just give it to anybody or the opportunity to fight for it, right? Because we could be fighting, I could get it, but I could not conduct myself as the champ as possibly the next guy. I'm not saying that's why who won or who doesn't, but you know what I mean? There's added value to it. There's perception. You're traveling 200 and some odd days a year. I would assume being the champ, there's more now, right? Because you are wanted everywhere. Yeah. Every event, every signing, every promotional thing. Sure. We want champ. We want Mike there.
Yep.
And if you say no, that's not a good look.
Yeah. And again, like, it's with carrying this, I'm not just representing myself.
100%, man.
I'm representing an entire brand. Yep. I'm representing an entire locker room. I'm representing an entire production crew. Every single person that plays a part in making that show go, I'm representing them.
That's awesome.
So now it's like, I've always said, like, I thrive in the trenches. Like, I live in that pressure, and I love that pressure because it creates diamonds, right? Sure. And also just knowing and always keeping in the back of my mind that, like, aside from everyone else in the world, aside from the company, aside from the bosses, the wrestlers, I have a little girl that's looking at me.
Yeah, man.
And to me, like, I can say this and I can say that all I want, but she's looking at the action, and I'm giving her action every day.
It's your role model on different levels, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything different or better than having a child.
Yeah.
And especially a child that looks up to her dad or her mom or whatever. Like, I have a little girl. We've talked about my daughter. We talked to her a little bit before. There's nothing better.
Nothing.
And, oh, daddy. You know what I mean? And my daughter's turning 20. And my wife and I had this conversation not too long ago. I'm like, I miss the little girl that used to come running to daddy and sit on daddy's lap. And, I get it once in a blue moon now. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I get seen differently in a different light. Not a bad light, just different.
Yep.
Like she's older, she's a young woman. And so having your young daughter look at you like, oh, my God, my dad's the best. He's the world champ, man. And there's no better feeling, man.
100%. And I've said it before, and I've always said it to her and make sure that she understands, like, she's the reason behind all this. She saved my life. She's the reason why I'm here as champion,
And I think that's why I like you, not as so much as a wrestler, but as a human being. This is your second time here. I know you a little bit, right? But just you can see it on your face. You know what I mean? That you're dead set on what you're saying. Yeah. And there's no bullshit to it. There's just, this is what it is. Yeah. And that your daughter saved your life, and wrestling's contributed to that too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I appreciate it.
And I think you deserve the world, man. I really do. And I'm not blowing smoke, dude.
No, I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? I believe that wholeheartedly, man. I think it's awesome. So tell me, like, when you won the belt, what was going through your mind, man?
Bro, man,
we're gonna stop the sad sobbing shit.
No, yeah.
It's talking to the.
I mean, it's
I can't make you cry on this podcast,
nah,
man.
Chill. I've done enough crying. Nah, I you know, it's all just an amazing story in itself, man, because I kept thinking about like when I came into TNA the very first time in 2017.
Yeah.
Pretty much relatively unknown talent. I was getting my first shot on a bigger, grander stage. And I was told, you know, years later, there weren't a lot of expectations from me. Like they didn't think I was gonna work. They didn't think I was, you know, gonna be in the position I'm in today, or even back then.
Yeah, man.
But being from where I'm from and how I grew up and what I've experienced in my life, like I was always taught to make the best of your opportunities.
Right.
Right. And I had my daughter was 3 years old at the time, and I had just maybe 6 months before that, I had quit my 9 to 5 to pursue this wrestling thing full time. And I was like, this wrestling thing needs to work now.
Yeah.
I got a mouth to feed. I got a family to support. I got bills to pay. And that was the driving force, right? So I was like, all right, I'm getting this huge opportunity. I'm getting thrown into the ocean. Sink or swim.
Yeah, man.
Right? And that's the best pressure that I could have asked for, right? There was no, and I think, you know, that's always been I guess, secret to my success was I never gave myself a plan B. I never like failure is not an option.
Why worry about tomorrow when you got to worry about today, right?
Exactly. And yeah, man, like just everything in itself, right? To go from someone that wasn't expected much to being the world champion, and just the story of how I got there and what I had to go through. And man, like I said, I've literally just been living in it
That's awesome,
this past week.
I couldn't imagine.
And the moment when I remember when the bell rang, 1, 2, 3 happened, the bell rang. I remember rolling over and just covering my face because I didn't want the cameras to see me crying. But I remember like saying to myself, "Holy shit, you did it!" Like so many people said that I wouldn't do it and that I couldn't do it, and I went and did it, and most of all, did it my way.
That's even better.
Yeah.
That's even better, man. And it just grows on you. You know what I mean? Like people know your story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure they do. And just knowing now even more so you're going to be just blown up even more than what you already are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're just going to be continue to be a fan favorite, man. And I think the world's yours, dude. I really do, man.
Appreciate it. I said it like this. I
like you more and more as you talk, man. I'm like, I'm going to leave this place and just carry your shit around.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm just getting started, bro.
Well, don't forget me, man.
Yeah. Oh no,
you know, like I'm pretty sure this is why you won the belt.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just throwing that out there.
Totally.
100%.
But yeah, man, I'm just getting started. I'm still young. Thankfully, I'm still healthy. I take better care of myself, and yeah, man, I'm ready to go. Ready to see where this all takes me.
So second time around here.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day event rather than 2 shows, right? So December 5th through the 7th.
Yep.
Who are you wrestling?
I have no idea yet. That's honestly
So
speaking.
you're obviously going to be defending this.
Absolutely. So we have TNA Final Resolution, which will be the pay-per-view. And then we have 2 days of, TV tapings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that we're back in El Paso in less than a year.
Yeah, man.
And that just speaks volumes of, like, what we did last time and how much the fans came out and enjoyed it. And so, I mean, we've grown so much even since then.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
it'll be good, man.
It's going to be insane.
When you have 2 sold out shows, we immediately think, okay, we're going to come back to El Paso. It's just a matter of when.
When?
Yeah. No, it was last time, man. It was insane. Like the energy and of course, El Paso has such a rich history.
100%,
of pro wrestling,
yeah.
Right? It's like ingrained in the culture here. So the fact that we get to come back in less than a year and give you 3 days now, and I'm sure all 3 days are going to be.
That's going to be awesome. Like I was telling earlier that last year I couldn't come just because we played on those nights. Now Sunday we won't play, so I'm going to talk to somebody about getting some tickets.
Damn right.
You know
Let's
what I mean?
go. Let's go. I know a guy.
I appreciate that, man. I know a guy that can get you on the razor too.
Oh
man.
yeah, let's go.
But no, it'll be awesome. And there's, you guys just announced that you're going on, and you guys were all over social media or everywhere the last couple days, right? And when do you fly out from here?
I fly out on Saturday morning, and I'm going to Canada. So I've been on the road I'm going to be on the road for 6 days.
So are you wrestling up there?
Yeah, I'm wrestling 3 days in Canada.
Whereabouts?
In Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Blue Jays, man.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Crazy, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a baseball dude, but like we talked about it. Like I'm biased, but hockey playoffs, I don't think there's anything better. It's whatever. 2 months of brutality. You guys do brutality 260 days out of the year. Plus, that's insane. So it doesn't even compare. But baseball, man, like the World Series, like it's pretty good. You get into that shit. You know what I mean? And I was watching, and I like the Dodgers, not because they won, but I like the characters on their team. You know what I mean? Like, but now I don't know if I'm obligated to cheer for the Blue Jays, or am I going to get looked at differently if I don't cheer for my country?
I think the highest point I've had with baseball was so my dad went to the Subway Series in 2000, and the city. I vividly remember how crazy the city was during that time, and just like at the time I lived in Harlem, right across the bridge from the stadium. So I remember walking with my dad as he went to a game, and just like the streets were packed, and the streets were shut down, and people just walking right in. It's just an insane time, and I'll never forget it.
Somebody brought it up to me, like Canada has the Blue Jays, and all of Canada is going to be cheering for the Blue Jays, right? Like, sure. And they get into that shit. Like when I'm from Calgary, when the Flames are in the Stanley Cup Finals, the city shuts down, and it's almost like legalized everything, right? You know what I mean? Dodgers, LA, obviously massive, and I'm sure there's other cities within the U.S. are going, cheering for them. But when you have an entire country, because I guarantee it, everybody in flipping Canada, with the exception of me, cheering for them, I think that's insane. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I guess I have to go for the Blue Jays, man. I'm gonna go for the Blue Jays.
Which, by the way, I just want to say, I think we spoke about this before. I love Calgary.
Man.
And I've been able to go over there 2-3 times already, and go to Banff and all these places. And what a beautiful country you have.
Being biased, obviously, but growing up in Calgary, you get the Rockies there.
Yeah.
And Banff is 45 minutes away. Banff is like, for those that don't know, is like Aspen of Canada, right? Like, just, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But as a kid growing up there, I never went. Until I was down here, and I brought my family. I'm like, hey, let's go to Banff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was missing out on this shit for 20 some odd years, man.
One of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
Good. So you're going to Toronto. I've never been to Toronto.
Really?
Have you? I would assume.
Yeah. It's awesome city. It reminds me a lot of New York, honestly.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it's very much like New York.
New York's crazy.
Definitely crazy.
Just throwing that out there for you that didn't know.
Aside from the traffic, the people are just nuts. I don't know how I've dealt with them all my life. But anyways, no, you got to be a little crazy.
Yeah, man.
Same thing in Canada. You got to be a little crazy in Canada too.
Canada, like,
they're not some of the nicest people.
Sure.
But they'll also rip your face apart too if they need to. Yeah.
There's just it's just like New York, right? They're so diverse in Toronto. Yeah. Like I hear it's there's a lot of similarities, right? But I've never been in New York. Love New York. I don't know if I'd move to New York City area. Yeah, I'd move to the state, Northern, because I think it's just a beautiful state.
100%.
But it's definitely fun. That's for sure. Yeah. The food's good. You can get any kind of food you want, right?
At I don't recommend moving to the city at all. The fact that I still live there is insane.
I think that's just who you are, man.
100%. It's just ingrained. I
couldn't see you in a freaking, 3-story Adobe mansion type. Nah, I'm not to say that you don't live in that now, but I just couldn't see you with the white picket fence, man.
Nah, I got a nice condo. It's cool. The fact that I still get to stay in the Bronx and immersed in my culture, and it's I always say, as long as I can still afford it, we're good. And I'm close to my family, and I'm good to go.
That's awesome. So your immediate family lives in?
My immediate family, it's in Lower East Side, Manhattan, and the Bronx.
So it's all right there.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Big supporters of what you're doing, obviously.
absolutely.
I'm sure everybody could not be happier for you and just so proud of you for.
They were all there at Bound for Glory.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, my core circle of family was all there, so it was definitely special because they all played a part in getting me.
100%.
So the fact that
Your little girl was there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man.
Front row. Yeah, and she came in the ring after and had a
awesome.
moment with her. But the fact that I got to share that moment with all of them, and also for me, that moment was a thank you to them for everything.
For everything, because it is like you said. There's so much dedication, not only of yourself that speaks volumes, but everyone around it. Because I'm sure it's not easy.
It's not. I mean, I've sacrificed so much time away, and
that's what it is, right?
The holidays, yeah. I've done it all for years. I'm going on 17 years this year, so I've dedicated my entire life to this, and I'm thankful that they understand and they've been there for the whole ride.
Well, it's come full circle, man. Yeah. Congratulations on being the champ, man. Best of luck, moving forward. I hope I get to come and see you in December. I'm going to do everything I can to fight a guy to get a ticket or two.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Not saying I'm going to win. I'm just going to fight a guy. You know what I mean? I might threaten somebody in the Razor. You know what I mean?
Bro.
You throw them out there or something, unless I get a couple tickets, man.
Let's do it.
But anyway, best of luck, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, Ross, as well. We'll see you guys at the game tomorrow. So you guys listening, man, hit us up for some tickets for tomorrow night's game and Saturday as well. Come see you. I'm sure you're going to be around taking some pictures, smiling.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Maybe give our guys a speech, a little pep talk. We'll talk about that.
Let's do it.
All right, man. All right. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. And best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Until next time, guys.